Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be focusing on abstract classes. So your goal for today's lesson is to understand what abstract classes are and explain the differences between abstract classes and interfaces. We're also going to be looking at an example of an abstract class at the end. First of all, let's take a look at the term abstract. What does that mean? So a lot of you might have thought about abstract of a book, right? Basically the summary of the book, but that doesn't really have all the details of the book. It's kind of similar in that sense when we are using that in programming. So we can use that term for methods as well as classes. So when we're using it for methods, abstract methods, we're basically referring to methods without any body or implementation. And then you've been already working with abstract methods in interfaces. So those ones without any body, those ones with only with the method signature. And the ones that have full implementation, we just call them concrete methods. So what are abstract classes? Abstract classes are classes with abstract methods. They can also have concrete methods as well. So we're going to be looking at an example soon. But they also can have fields and constructors like any other classes. However, abstract classes cannot be instantiated, which means you can't use it to create an object directly. Instead, they're meant to be inherited by other classes. And if you're creating a class that extends an abstract class, make sure that you override all the abstract methods. Otherwise, your class has to be declared as an abstract as well, since your class will contain some abstract methods. So let's take a look at the summary. Abstract classes can have both abstract, concrete methods, can have constructors, and can have fields, whereas interfaces can only have abstract methods or static default methods. And it can't have constructors, and they can't have fields unless they are constant. And take a look at the use for those two. Abstract classes can be used when you want to share some common functionality, but also kind of like have some methods to be implemented by the subclasses. Whereas interfaces are used when you want to define a contract so that other classes must implement those abstract methods that you're providing in the interfaces. Here is an example of an abstract class. And take a look at the header over here. So the only thing that we need to do for abstract class is adding the term abstract right before class. And this is an abstract class because it has abstract methods. So take a look at the portion over here where we have abstract methods. Those abstract methods also have the key term abstract as well before the return type. And then if you recall interfaces, we don't really have to use abstract keyword there. It's because interfaces can only have abstract methods, meaning that by default, like we know that these are abstract methods, therefore we don't have to provide the key term. However, in the abstract class, we can also have concrete methods, which means we need to have a sort of way to differentiate the abstract methods with concrete methods. So that is the reason why we have to add the term abstract here. And then notice how we don't have any body for those two methods. So the class that extends this custom shape will have to overwrite these two and provide a new or full implementation of those methods. All right, so let's take a look at an example here together. So this is pretty much the one from the slides. So this is the abstract class. You need to have the abstract keyword right there. And then for abstract methods, you also need to have the abstract keyword in it. And these are to be implemented by subclasses. So I have created my subclass, my rag. So this my rag extends custom shape, so becomes a subclass of custom shape abstract class. And as you can see, I am overriding those two methods and providing implementation for those two. But if you decide to leave out, uh, let's say, one of the abstract methods, then you need to make sure that you declare your subclass as abstract as well. Because technically, your subclass also has an abstract method, right? But in this case, we have overridden all those methods that are coming from the custom shape, so we're all good. All right, so that's how you use it. If you have any questions, please let me know.